Gold day, everyone. Gold day, everyone. Gold day, everyone. Welcome to Ginfrix. You're on your way to surpassing your limits. So, welcome to the Trading Grimoire, our first batch of Magic Knights Trading Grimoire program. I really appreciate you having the time, investing your money, investing your resources here in learning the right foundations for Forex. So, before we start, I would like to share a quote from Irving Fisher that risk varies inversely with knowledge. So, napakaganda ng quote na ito because nakita naman natin, no? The risk, it varies inversely with knowledge. So, now we are increasing our knowledge and lowering our risk. There are risk of blowing accounts, risk of doing the wrong things in Forex. So, by enrolling and by doing this, yung ginagawa nyo ngayon, it's like you're building the right foundation, accumulating knowledge, and lowering your risk. But remember, hindi ibig sabihin na nag-mentoring ka na, nag-mentorship ka na, magiging risk-free ka na. Now, the risk is always there. So, there is no such thing na magiging 100% guarantee or magiging risk-free ka na. Because the battle here in the Forex trading is between yourself. Okay? Ikaw ang kalaban. Dalawa kayo ng sarili mo. Alright? So much for that. So we continue to our session. So our session is about the Forex terminologies. So yung lahat ng mga nakita nyong terms dito sa harap, we'll be discussing it all here in this session. So let's start. Currency codes. Ano ba yung currency codes? Currency code from our previous lesson dun sa introduction to Forex trading, already discussed about this one. So lahat ng Forex pairs sa Forex currency natin is traded or transacted in pairs. So ang tawag sa transaction na yon is currency code. So we have the base currency here and the code currency. So Euro USD. Sample, ito yung pair is the Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD here. The base and the code currency. If sample, long and short. So long is prices will go up, short is prices will go down. Okay, ganun lang. So if you are bullish or you are long on the euro, you should buy Euro USD. Pag nag-buy ka sa euro, buying Euro USD means you buy the euro while simultaneously selling the US dollar. So, di ba lahat ng transaction dito is simultaneous buying and selling. So, yung sa currency pair, once na nag-buy ka dito sa pair na to, you are buying this euro and you are selling the dollar. Yung pinambayad mo sa euro is the dollar. And if you sell the euro, ibibigay mo ang euro in exchange for the dollar. You will be receiving dollar and you are going to sell the euro. Ganun yun. Diba? If you buy, so bibili ako ng euro, ang ipambabayad ko is dollar USD. So if I sell euro, ang makukuha ko is USD in return. So ito yung tanong. If the dollar, kung nabalitaan mo sa fundamentals, the dollar economy is strong, what will happen to the Euro USD price? So, Euro USD price will go down. Bakit? Because ang dollar is stronger. So, maraming magbabay sa dollar. Maraming mag-accumulate. So, how to accumulate the dollar is by selling the euro. Pag nag-sell ka dito, dito ka magbabay sa quote. Kuha natin. So, if you transact a buy, you are buying the base currency and selling the code currency. Pag nag-transact ka ng sell, you are selling the base and buying the code. Okay? So, I hope na kuha natin yan. Here we have the bid and ask price. So, punta tayo sa next slide for a clear picture. Okay. Here we can see GBP USD, the base currency, and the code currency is the US dollar. Okay, we can see here na The base currency is the GBP. We'd have the bid price of 1.3089 and 3091 as the ask price. So bid and ask, may difference sila. So we discussed it already in the introduction to Forex. The difference between the bid and the ask is the spread. And then yung number na to, that is called the pip. The numerical value is the pip. So what is a pip? Ano ba yung pip na tinatawag? So the pip is percentage in points. So it's 100 of 1%, appears in the fourth decimal place. It is the smallest price change increment for most forex pairs. Here we can see the euro US dollar. So pang-apat, no. Yung pipet iba merong pipet, yung iba wala namang pipet. Okay, for here for the pairs na most brokers hanggang pip lang sila, wala nang pipet. Di ko alam yung mga brokers na may pipet. So here meron kang 1321, 1.1321. So the pip here is the fourth decimal. Kung naka JPY pair naman, the pip is the second decimal pair. So 1, 2. So ito yung pangalawa, that is the pip sa JPY. Sa USD pairs ang pang-apat. So tatandaan lang natin na yung pang-apat. Alright? So here. What is the spread? Alam na natin yon. The bid minus the ask price is your spread. So, bakit ba nagmamatter si spread? So, why spread is applied? He has to find a buyer and a seller. He takes risk of increasing price with finding a seller. With spread, he countervail this cost. So, kung may spread, dun kikita si broker. Okay, so sa spread na yon si broker. And also the commission, sa kung mag zero spread ka, wala kang spread but meron kang commission. So may kita pa rin si broker. So sa spreads nakikita natin dun yun yung parang allowance ng buyers and sellers. Kasi pag nagkatugma yon, wala nang kikitain yung buyers and sellers. So it needs a spread or it needs a commission para meron yung mga brokers natin may kikitain. Right? So how to calculate the spread? You just minus, no? I-minus nyo lang yung bid and ask. Yun yung magiging spread niya. So how to avoid spreads? Sa market sessions natin na lesson, I'll be discussing saan tayo ano ba mangyayari sa spread when it comes to high volume times, kung may news, mga ganun. So, importante yung spread na malaman nyo because if you scalp or baka magulat kayo na hindi na-hit yung mga orders nyo, that's because of the spread. Okay? So, next is the lots. Ano ba yung lots? So, Forex is commonly traded in specific amounts called lots. So, kung nakapag-trade na kayo ng stocks, doon naman sa stock market, shares ang tawag doon. You buy shares, so ilang shares yung bibilin mo, ilang shares yung i-sell mo. Dito naman, it's lots. Ano ba yung lots? So yung sample, yung mga 0.01 na nakikita niya sa MetaTrader, 1,000 units yon. So sample Euro USD, 1,000 units ng Euro USD. So 1,000 na euro. Yun, yung 0.01 na yun. So napakalaki, no? Paano ba natin ma-afford yun? Yung 1,000 units, i-times mo dun sa presyo niya na 1 point, diba? Dito sa, balikan natin. Sample dito sa Euro USD na sample natin. Like ito, 1.13. So, yung 1.13 na yan, sa 0.01, ang ibig sabihin nun, 1,000. 1,000 na 1.13. That's $1,000. So, kailangan pala natin, no? Pag nag-open tayo ng 0.01, kailangan natin ng $1,000. Diba? But paano natin na-open yun sa mga accounts natin? So, alamin natin yan kung bakit. Because of the leverage. Okay? Doon na tayo sa leverage mamaya. But here, we can see na ito yung mga lots. So, 0.01 is 1,000. 0.10 is 10,000. Then, the 1 is the 100,000 units. Units nung, ng currency. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin unit, sample peso, 1,000 peso, no? 1,000 na peso yon, 10,000 na peso, 100,000 na peso. Pag sinabi natin 0.01, that is 1,000 na units ng currency. Okay, so kung ang equivalent ng currency is 1.13, 1,000 na 1.13. So that's $1,000 na transaction, yung 0.01 na yan. But ma-afford natin siya because of leverage. So ano ba yung leverage na yan? So leverage is in Forex allows traders to control a larger position size with a relatively small capital. 'Di ba sabi ko sa inyo, paano natin ma-afford yung 1,000 units? $10 lang yung puhunan natin because of leverage. So nakikita natin pag open pa lang natin ng account natin, meron tayong 1:10 or 1:100. Minsan ginagamit natin 1:2,000, 'di ba? So meaning nun, sample ito, $1,000. 10 lang yung leverage niya. So ang equivalent nun is $10,000. What if 100 yan? So that is 100,000. Yung ginagamit natin 1,000 to 2,000 na leverage. So 1, sample yung $10 mo, 1,000 ang leverage. So 1,000 times 10. So that is $10,000. Kaya kaya mo mag-afford nung mga 0.01, which is the 1,000 units, or 0.10 or 10,000 units na mga currencies because of leverage. So tina-times na lang, minamagnify niya ni leverage yung pera mo. So the fast computation is, sample may $10 ka, 1:2,000. Yung 10, i-times mo lang sa 2,000. So $20,000 yung magiging buying power mo. Yun yung magiging power na kaya mong bilhin sa Forex. But very, very careful dahil too much leverage is a double-edged sword. Bakit? $10 mo, magiging 10,000, di ba? Kung 1,000. But, ito yan. Madali kang kumita, madali ka ring masunog. Because, napakalaki ng pera na yun. Bawat pitik nun, malakas yung pip na pitik, no? Malakas. Kaya mabilis kang maubos at mabilis ka ring makadoble ng pera. Kaya some of the people na pumasok sa Forex is mabilis yung kitaan because of the leverage. But be very careful in using the leverage. Now, when we go to the pip value, ano ba yung pip value na yan? So, sa pip value computation, ganito lang yan. May konting math tayo dito. For USD pair, the pip value is 1 pip times the lot size. Diba yung lot size, yun yung units na bibilhin mong currency. Then the pip value, bawat pip, diba yung pip is the smallest percentage, yung smallest na change in price. So, pag gumalaw na yung presyo, gumalaw na yung pip, may equivalent na profit or loss yon. And that is your pip value. Okay? So, makita natin dito, balikan natin si JBP USD. Here. So, 2 pips. So, kung mag-transact ka ngayon ng JBP USD, magkano yung magiging lugi mo agad sa pag-transact pa lang dito? Dahil 2 pips na to. So, ilan ang equivalent nito sa dollar? Okay? So, yun yung dito sa pip value na alamin natin. Okay? So, how to compute? Pip value equals 1 pip times the lot size in units. So, units, to 0.01 is 1,000, 0.10 is 10,000. So, hey, we have a sample problem here. So, GBP USD, ito yung entry price mo, then the target is 1988. Yung lot size mo is 0.01. So, magkano daw yung ma-earn mo dito sa trade na to? So, you're gonna compute it. Paano kaya i-compute yun? First, tingnan mo yung entry and target. So, ilang pips yan? 1978 to 1988. So, that's 10 pips. No? 88 minus 78 is 10. So, 10 pips. So, ilan yung pip value ng GBP USD? So, here sa computation natin, 0.001. That is 10 pips, di ba? 0.001 times yung 0.01 mo na lot size in units. So, 1,000. So, that is $1. So, $1 pala yon. So, $1 pala to. Okay? So, sa 0.01 mo, pag gumalaw yan ng 10 pips, mananalo ka ng $1. Hope na may nakuha natin dito, no? Nakuha natin yung computation ng pips. But, eventually, basta USD, US dollar yung tinitrade nyo. 0.01 is equivalent to 0.01, 10 pips, ano yun? $1. Okay? So, dito naman, meron naman yan dito. So, yung 0.01 na yan, yung pip value niya is 0.10. 0.10 is $1 per pip. Then, $10 per pip pag standard lot ka na. Okay? Sa USD lang to. More or less. Okay, more or less. Depende sa exchange rate. Alright. So, let's proceed. Dito naman tayo sa peep value computation ng gold. Okay, dito tayo sa gold. Okay, here sa gold, madali lang to compared dun sa sa mga currency pairs. So, ang babantayan natin kay gold is that the dollar change ng gold. Diba? From 1990 to 1995, ilang dollars yan? That's $5. So, pag 0.01, $5 yan. So, $5 din yan. Ganito yan. Okay? So, i-minus mo lang yung entry tsaka target mo or sa stop loss mo kung ilang dollars yun. So, 0.01, equivalent yan, $1 yan per dollar movement ni gold. Ito yung summary nun. So, example, yung lot size mo is 0.01. Tapos, nag-change si dollar ng $1 or example, ito, 0.9090 naging 9091. So, that's a $1 change. Yung profit or loss mo is $1. Kuha natin. So, pag 0.10, ang per dollar na movement nun is $10. I hope nakuha natin, no? So, pag mag 1 lot ka na kay gold, pag gumalaw yan ng $1, ang profit or loss mo is $100. Hope I'm not too fast and sana may makuha natin. But hindi, ulitin nyo lang, no? Ulitin nyo lang yung video na to. For example, ito, 1990 to 1995. Yan, entry and target is 1990 to 99. So, dollar difference is 5. So, pag nag-open ka ng 1 lot, magkano kaya yon? So, yung 100 mo, ito times mo dun sa $5. So, that's around $500 na profit or loss. Alright? Okay. Dito tayo sa other terms in your trading platform. So, ano ba yung trading platform na ginagamit? That's the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. Ito naman yung gagamitin natin. MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. So, in your MetaTrader 4 or 5, meron tayong makikita dito. The first one is the balance. Ano ba yung balance na yan? So, balance is the account balance after the last close trade. So, sample, nag-close ka ng trade nyo yun, dun magre-reflect sa balance yun. Right? So, the last balance mo yan. The next is the equity. This is your running balance, yung equity. Ito yung actual na pera na laman. Kita mo nung may blue dito sa taas. This is your profit or loss. Ito yung dito sa taas. Pag blue yan, that is profit. Pag red yan, that is loss. Okay? How to get the equity? So, ang value dito, ipa-plus or minus mo lang sa balance. So, that will be your equity. So, pag pula yan, magma-minus. Dito, sa case na to, this is blue. So, meaning profit. So, idadagdag niya sa balance yon yung equity na yan. Okay? So, dadagdag niya tong 3.76 sa balance. That will be your equity. So, nakita naman natin dito, di ba? Yung 1 million dito, nadagdagan ng $3. So, that is your equity. So, babantayan mo yan lagi yung equity mo. Kasi, example, sabihin mo, okay na ako dito sa equity na to. So, i-close mo na lahat to. Yung matitira dyan, yung equity na yan, magre-reflect na yan dun sa balance pag kinlose mo na lahat. Alright? Here, next is the margin. Margin is the money used to open a trade. So, magkano yung gastos mo sa pag-open ng mga positions na to. So, in this case, marami siyang in-open, di ba? 1 lot, 1 lot, 1 lot, 1 lot, 1 lot. So, lahat ng ito, nagastos niya is, eto, 4,513. Yan yung lahat ng nagastos niya sa pag-open ng mga positions na ito. Kuha natin. So, that is the money used to open a trade. The next one is the free margin. Ano yung free margins? Kung ang margin is yung bayad mo, yung free margin is yung free na pera mo, yung hindi mo pa nagagastos. Okay? So, itong free margin na to is yung hindi mo pa nagagastos. Okay? The equity minus this one is your free margin. Okay? So, yung natitira mo pang pera na pwede mong talpak or pwede mong i-open ang position. So, that is the free margin. The money remaining for opening a trade. Okay, pag yung free margin mo is 0 na, hindi ka na makaka-open ng trade kahit na may balance and equity ka pa. Okay, so kung may balance ka dyan, 1 million. Pero yung free margin mo, ubos na. no? Zero na. Hindi ka na makaka-open ng position. Okay? So, yung free margin. Next is the margin level. So, this is the equity divided by the margin. Okay, equity, i-divide mo sa margin na nagamit. So, that is the margin level percentage. Ano bang importance nito? This is the health of your indicator ng health ng iyong account. So, if you are trading on a trading software na nagma-martingale, so marami yung positions dyan, hindi mo alam kung kailan ka masusunog or okay pa ba to? Magtatanong ka, okay pa ba to? So, sa mga nakasubok dyan, okay pa ba to? Kaya pa ba to? So, you check your margin level percentage. Anong meron doon? So, that indicates the health of your account. So, pag below 100% yan, meaning nun, no, below 100%, meaning nun is your equity and the margin used is almost pareha na. Meaning yung equity mo tsaka yung margin na nagagamit mo, equal na sila, di 100% na. Eh, ano na yon? Halos paubos ka na nun. Okay? So, once na nag-below 100% yan, meaning nun, baka masunog ka na. Okay? Kasi inubos mo na yung equity mo. Okay? Tinalpak mo na lahat. At konting pitik na lang, ubos ka na. So, this is the health indicator. But for manual traders and sa mga traders na ito, yung mga Magic Night natin, like, I'll be teaching you na to take only 1 to 2 trades a day. This margin level percentage is hindi na significant para sa inyo. This is only used for ano lang, yung mga nagmo-monitor sa mga softwares. Alright? Let's do a quick recap. So, ano mga na-discuss natin sa session na to? So, the equity, this is your balance plus or minus your profit or losses. The pip value, ito yung value ng bawat pip. Depends on the currency pair na trade mo. Okay? Meron dito sa classroom, dito sa lesson na to, at the bottom part, meron tayong supplemental learnings. I posted there an online pip value calculator. You can practice there. So mano-mano mo, yung sa tinuro ko na mano-mano, and then dun sa pip value calculator. But much better, you learn how to compute manually para at least automatic na sa utak mo pag nag-open ka ng mga positions. Then that's the bid price and the ask price, and difference nun is the spread. And then the leverage, alam na natin yun, imamagnify niya yung sample yung $10 mo times the leverage, yung magiging buying power mo. Then pips, the percentage in points, ito yung basihan ng kita at losses natin. Then the margin, yung pusta natin, di ba? And then the spread, the difference of the bid and ask. Yeah. I guess that's all for this session. May nakuha kayo, may natutunan. So if ever na meron kayong nalito kayo or kailangan nyo i-review, you can review this video. This is available in the classroom. You can access it anytime. And I hope you continue your learning. Okay, so remember our trusted broker is the HF Market. So nag-open kayo dito ng accounts. If not, you can trade on your brokers as well. So this is Jinfrix saying goodbye for this session. Surpass your limits, everyone, and continue learning, and don't stop learning.